Hello and welcome back to everyone, Estimate and to AEW Worlds End 2023 predictions, the last pay-per-view of 2023 and the last days of 2023. And yeah, an intriguing looking card. Obviously, the conclusion of the Continental Classic, brilliant tournament over the last few weeks of AEW TV. As well as that, we've got obviously potentially the reveal of the Masked Men, but starting off with Hook versus Wheeler Yuta for the FTW Championship. I'm presuming this match is going to be on the buy-in, to be honest. And yeah, for me, there is absolutely no need for Hook to lose the title in his hometown to Wheeler Yuta. I don't really see there be any benefit of that. Hook kind of feels like he needs a big win as well, so yeah, I'm definitely going to say Hook for the win, but it should be a really fun match. But I think, yeah, you can't really have him lose in his hometown as a babyface. I think, yeah, Utah's got other stuff to do as well as part of the BCC, so yeah, I'm going to say Hook for the win. Moving on then to the 20-man Battle Royal on the 0 hour card, and yeah, this is a really interesting one. The winner gets a TNT title shot at any time, anywhere. I was kind of racking my brain as to who the winners could be, and I don't know, I would say Daniel Garcia, even though he didn't have a top Continental Classic campaign, could definitely be in contention here. He only got 2 points, obviously that win on the last day, but I think, yeah, so many matches on there and kind of made him more popular and more over the crowd. I'm going to say it'd be Garcia to get the win. I think it'd be really good for him. Other candidates like Jay White, etc. could be in contention, but we'll have to see where that goes. But moving on then to Mox as he takes on Eddie Kingston in the Continental Classic final. And yeah, this is a match I can't wait for. Obviously the build-up to this has been fantastic, and I've got absolutely no doubt the main event will deliver as well to decide who will become the first Continental Classic champion. And I think the story's been really built. Kingston coming from miles back to get the win, stealing win over Danielson in the banger, and he'll back it up over Kingston here. Yeah, I've got no doubt that Kingston will win and retain his titles, and yeah, what a win, it'll be a star-making one. But moving on into the 8-man tag, Jericho, Guevara, Sting and Allen taking on Starks, Bill, Hobbs and Fletcher. And yeah, like I've been saying, this has been a really funny one. It's just kind of been booked absolutely out of nowhere, leading into the show. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like TK may have just rushed into this without thinking of it. Guevara as babyface just won't work for me. Many other things about this, but I think, yeah, the babyfaces kind of have to get the win here, especially with Sting retiring, Jericho and Guevara recently reuniting, etc. Moving on into another match that's just kind of come out of nowhere, Swerve taking on Keith Lee. And yeah, this is an interesting one. Obviously Swerve's been in such a role right now, I can't really see him not winning, but obviously yeah, they broke up, it was about a year ago now, wasn't it? It was a long time ago, and we've kind of decided to revisit it now that Swerve isn't in the Continental Classic final. Fair enough, if you've got nothing better to do with either of them. But yeah, just kind of feels world timing. Keith Lee's great, they're going to have a great match, but I think undoubtedly Swerve will pick up the win here. Moving on into Andrade as he battles Miro. And yeah, this is an interesting one. I think Miro, obviously we know how angry he is at the moment. Andrade's just been through the Continental Classic, picked up some really big wins in that one, like the win over Bryan Danielson. I can definitely see him being kind of Miro needing a big win here. Andrade's had more coverage. I'm not a massive fan of the storyline, to be honest. I kind of hope it's over soon with CJ Perry. But yeah, I think Miro kind of needs to win more than Andrade here, so I'm going to say he'll get the win. We've got basically a losers tag match from the Continental Classic. Danielson, Castagnoli, Briscoe and Garcia against Brody King, Jay White, Jay Lethal and Roosh. And yeah, to be honest, I'd probably rather these people just have some time off, have a pay-per-view off. They don't need to be on every pay-per-view. But yeah, this is going to be an intriguing match and a banger nonetheless. I think looking at the two sides, yeah, there's probably Jay Lethal can take the pin on the heel side, and I think babyfaces were doing something substantial with all of them at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to say the faces will get the win here. Another match on the 0 hour is Willow Nightingale taking on Chris Statlander, and this is an interesting match. Obviously Statlander still recovering from losing her TBS title at the last pay-per-view, and then yeah, you've got Willow Nightingale, who, yeah, I don't know, she's had a bit of a weird run. She still feels like kind of a featured player in the women's division, but I feel like she could do a big win here. But at the same time, are we going to have Statlander lose again? It's an interesting one, this one. Kind of one that's hard to predict, and one that I could definitely see kind of going either way. But I get the feeling that Willow might get a big win to end the year over Stat, which would definitely boost her going into 2024, so I'm going to say her. Next up, it was Julia Hart versus Abaddon for the TBS title, and yeah, I've got no doubt over who will win this one. I think Julia Hart, obviously the title reign is long. We've seen lots of TBS title reigns, or two of them, that have gone obviously long term, and I can see this one being no different, to be honest. Yeah, I think Julia Hart, undoubtedly she'll get the win here and continue on her forward momentum. And with about Abaddon has been a decent challenger, kind of got her on more on AEW TV, which is great because yeah, she's been good recently, but I'm going to say Hart will get the win. But moving on into Toni Storm as she takes on Riho. And for me, kind of two very predictable women's title matches. Timeless Toni Storm has obviously kind of really transformed Toni Storm and been such a good gimmick for her. And personally, I don't think she'll be losing this belt for a long time. So definitely can't see her dropping it on her first pay-per-view defence, especially with AEW pay-per-views coming more regularly now, etc. But Riho's always a reliable hand that you can bring back. But I think Toni Storm will get the win here. But moving on into Christian Cage versus Adam Copeland for the TNT Championship in an ODQ match. That obviously lends to kind of interference from the patriarchy, but at the same time I feel like Adam Copeland, obviously it's kind of his second big match in AEW, and at some point he has to get a big win, and I think to maybe end this feud or lead into the final match, Adam Copeland kind of has to win the TBS title here, fight through all the interference, etc. I'm going to say he'll get a big rousing babyface win. Moving on into MJF versus Samoa Joe for the world title, and obviously this will have big kind of implications, and I think MJF, I can't see his title reign ending like this. I don't know, Samoa Joe, is he really next champion? For me personally, I can't say it, even though his reign's been great. I think he'll be working levels with the Devil, but MJF will just about snatch the win like we've seen him get so many times as a babyface. I'm going to say the Devil will be ruled to be Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, all working together with Samoa Joe, but I think MJF will fight through it and get the win and lead on to more storylines after that. But anyway guys, that's the video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. That's what's over doing. For news and subscribe to the channel, it's going to be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.